seen around the league what a team can do when they bring in a top flight wide receiver. You guys did that with Diggs in Buffalo, Jalen Hurts with A.J. Brown. If Daniel Jones is a quarterback, whoever's under center, how much of a priority is it to get a wide receiver that you can pair to continue that evolution?
Yeah, I think we want to continue to build the entire team. Again, I know, a number one wide receiver can be important, but there's some number one wide receivers that are home right now. I mean, you can go through this past weekend, you can go through a couple weekends ago in the playoffs. Like, a number one receiver doesn't guarantee you anything. I think it's important that we continue to build the team, and there's multiple positions where we want to upgrade throughout the offseason. So, yeah, I'd love to have a number one wide receiver, but, we got to place value on everything we do, and if it makes sense, that's something we'll look to do.
Joe, do you think there's a big gap between the Giants and the two teams that remain standing in the NFC?
Yeah, I know Philly more intimately, and yeah, I would say yes. Yeah, there's a talent gap there that we need to close, and that's, to me, it's the NFC East. I mean, we're 1-5-1 against the NFC East, and if you win the division, the rest takes care of itself. So that's always going to be a goal of ours, to close that gap and be NFC East champs. So that's the goal, and that's what we're going to work towards.
Joe, you had a lot of restrictions on you when you came in last year financially. With the team, you were putting together a staff. Things are a little more stable now going into this. How much have you been looking forward to this offseason and really getting your hands on this roster and doing it the way you wanted to do it?
Yeah, I didn't want the season to end, I'll tell you that. So, yeah, that was, I think Dave saying a crash landing, that's right. I mean, still driving in this morning, it still hurts. But, yeah, I mean, you just have more flexibility. There were times in season where there were maybe some veteran players that we wanted to sign that would have helped us, and we weren't able to do it. There was that part stinks throughout the season because we could have helped the roster, but just didn't have the flexibility. So, yeah, it's definitely, to have financial flexibility, 9 draft picks, to be able to devise a plan where you have a little bit more flexibility and resources. I'm definitely more excited. I'm definitely excited about that.
How was that dinner with Odell Beckham, and is he a player you're going to revisit going into the spring?
Yeah, the dinner was good, and we're going to consider, again, when we have this off-season meeting, every position, who's available, who are the players that are potential that we could sign, and again, we'll devise the plan from there. But that's kind of where we are right now.
Joe, what's your opinion of this free agent class in general?
The UFA class?
Yeah.
Again, you can look at it today, and it's going to change by the time we get there, because a lot of times the good players that are UFAs end up staying with their team. So we're working through that now. We'll start our free agent meetings next week, devise a plan in terms of the players that maybe we want to target. But there's definitely some players out there that would help us.